Hey guys, Brad Danger here, and unfortunately, all-wheel drive cars have become synonymous with boring family SUVs and crossovers, but all-wheel drive is so much more than that. Performance all-wheel drive systems used to be a groundbreaking technology with icons like the Porsche 959 and Audi Sport Quattro, redefining what all-wheel drive could actually mean. So today, we're bringing back that vibe with 8 ideal all-wheel drive cars that are anything but boring, starting with the Audi A4. If you're trying to get into a proper all-wheel drive performance sedan without spending big, the B8 generation Audi A4 is a strong contender. It brings Audi's rally-bred Quattro all-wheel drive system, a refined German interior, and a surprising amount of performance, all for well under 10 grand. The A4's 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder makes around 211 horses, while a 3.2-liter V6 option bumps it to 252. The V6 cuts the 0-60 time to about 6 seconds. Both options offer solid year-round traction and engaging handling. Here's the catch: not all A4s are Quattro. Front-wheel drive versions are saddled with a CVT, something we've actively been avoiding. Make sure you're getting the real deal with all-wheel drive in either a traditional automatic or a manual gearbox. Yes! Styling-wise, it still holds up, subtle but sporty, with a trapezoidal grille and premium cabin materials. It's not a tire shredder, but it is sharp, capable, and it's totally classy. You can find Quattro-equipped A4s for around 5 to 7 grand, making it one of the best all-wheel drive luxury bargains around. We found a 2012 2-liter turbo A4 with the Quattro system for less than $8,500. And if you want to find all these ideal deals for cheap, we'll use our link in the pinned first comment with Auto Tempest. Next, it's not every day that you call a BMW reliable, but the E90 328xi comes pretty dang close, at least by BMW standards. The key is under the hood. Instead of the twin-turbo N54, the 328xi uses the N52, a naturally aspirated inline-6 that's smooth, capable, and far simpler to maintain. It makes 230 horses, hits 0 to 60 in about 6.5, and delivers the signature BMW balance with a touch of all-wheel confidence thanks to its xDrive all-wheel drive system. While it's not going to blow your doors off, the 328xi handles beautifully with good grip, a rear-biased all-wheel drive setup, and a well-sorted chassis. Inside it is everything you'd expect from a German sports sedan: clean lines, supportive seats, and enough comfort to make it daily drivable. Maintenance isn't as terrifying as it may look, especially if you avoid the turbo models, and many clean examples are available between 7 and 9 grand. Just make sure it had regular oil changes, cooling system attention, and no mystery lights on the dash. As far as all-wheel drive performance sedans go, the 328xi flies under the radar. It might not be the fastest, but it's one of the most rewarding to drive and arguably one of the smarter BMW purchases that you can make on a tight budget. For 8 grand on the dot, you could have this 2010 328i xDrive. And real quick, there's nothing like a little Huracan Performante V10 in the morning. Okay, if you've ever imagined yourself turning heads in a jaw-dropping supercar, you are in the right place. Sign up. Sign up for the Ideal Collective. Right now, it is completely free, and I've linked to it in the pinned first comment down below. And just by signing up, you'll be the first to know about the first Ideal car giveaway ever. Spots are limited, so sign up today. Again, it's in the pinned first comment, and now, back to the show. The MINI Countryman S ALL4 is the driver who wants something quirky, quick, and capable of handling snowy roads without losing that signature Mini charm. It's bigger than the standard Cooper, about 15 inches longer and over an inch higher, so you get more room for passengers and gear, all without giving up that fun-to-drive DNA. Under the hood is a turbocharged 1.6-liter 4-cylinder with 181 horses, paired with either a 6-speed manual or an automatic. Go for the manual though, it makes the most of this Mini's playful nature. The Countryman S scoots from 0 to 60 in about 7 seconds, and with the ALL4 all-wheel drive system, it's confident in bad weather or on twisty roads. The interior, it's loaded with funky Mini styling, toggle switches, circular gauges, the iconic center-mounted speedo, and the ride quality strikes a nice balance between sporty and comfortable. Fuel economy sits in the mid-20s, and while parts can be a little bit pricey, it's built by BMW, depreciation has brought these well within reach. A solid example with under 120,000 miles on it can be found for around 75 to 9,000 bucks, making it a unique alternative to more traditional all-wheel drive options. If you want something fun, stylish, and genuinely practical with all-weather capability, the Countryman S ALL4 fits the bill. Here's one that's just over 9. When you think of cheap all-wheel drive fun, the Subaru WRX is probably the first thing that comes to mind, and for very good reason. I mean, with its rally roots and turbocharged flat-bore engine, the WRX delivers real performance in a practical four-door package. The 2.5-liter turbocharged boxer engine makes around 230 horses, and paired with Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive and a 5-speed manual, save the manuals, it rips from 0 to 60 in just 5.2 stock. That makes it quicker than a lot of faster looking cars. And with proper tires, it's an absolute beast in the snow, dirt, or twisty mountain roads. The mid-2000s Hawkeye generation is especially sought after for its aggressive styling and more refined interior. These cars respond well to light modifications, but finding a stock or lightly modified one is key to avoiding reliability issues. And speaking of reliability, well, keep an eye on oil consumption and be cautious of overly tuned examples. The WRX is durable, but it's not invincible. Prices vary based on condition, but clean WRXs with decent mileage still show up for under 10, especially with some patience and a nationwide search. With unmistakable character, all-weather confidence, and endless aftermarket support, the WRX is still one of the best all-wheel drive fun cars that you can buy on any budget. Check out this WRX wagon we found for just under $9K. The Mazda Speed 6 is one of the most underrated all-wheel drive sedans that you can buy hands down. I mean, it just looks like your everyday Mazda 6, but under the surface, it's packing a serious punch. A 2.3-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine making 274 horses, and it's paired with a 6-speed manual and full-time all-wheel drive system with torque split. Mazda stiffened the chassis by 50%, tuned the suspension for performance, and added a trick all-wheel drive system that can transfer torque front to back on the fly. The result, a sedan that goes 0 to 60 in 5.8, handles with confidence and flies under the radar while doing it. There's no flashy styling, just subtle changes like a hood bulge, different bumpers, and dual exhaust. This thing is the definition of a true sleeper. And if you enjoy surprising faster looking cars at stoplights, this one, it's for you. The downside, turbo seals, rear diff mounts, and VVT actuators are known weak points. That said, many examples are well maintained by enthusiasts. A clean Mazda Speed 6 with under 120K miles can usually be found for $6 to $8 grand. And at that price, it's a performance bargain. This slick silver guy is listed for just under $9 grand right now. The Saab 92X Aero is basically a Subaru WRX wagon in disguise, because that's exactly what it is. Built during GM's ownership of both Saab and Subaru, the 92X was just a rebadged Impreza. That's impressive, with a few styling and suspension tweaks to give it more of a European flair. Under the hood, the Aero trim gets a 2-liter turbo flat-bore making 227 horses. Sound familiar? Just like the WRX. It also shares the same symmetrical all-wheel drive system and 5-speed manual transmission. 0 to 60 comes in around 6.1 seconds. And the driving experience is pure Subaru. Torquey, planted, and unmistakably boxer in sound. Saab added some extra sound deadening and nicer interior materials, so it feels a bit more refined than the Impreza it's based on. The linear trim exists too, but it's naturally aspirated and way slower. Stick with the Aero if you want the full WRX performance. Best of all, these often sell for less than equivalent WRXs, simply because of the Saab badge. A lot of people don't even know about them. You can find Aeros for 79 grand and linears for even less. Just remember, while the drivetrain is Subaru, some trim parts are Saab specific and may be harder to source. Quirky, fast, and totally practical. I mean, the 92X Aero is a hidden gem in the all-wheel drive world. This cutie sold for 9 grand on the dot. Man, I love these things. Want luxury, power, and all-weather confidence wrapped into a Scandinavian sleeper? The Volvo S60R checks all of those boxes. This all-wheel drive sports sedan hides its muscle under understated styling, but pop the hood and you're going to find a 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-5 pumping out 300 horses and 295 foot-pounds of twist. That power routes through a sophisticated Haldex all-wheel drive system and an adaptive 4C suspension that adjusts damping on the fly. It's a perfect blend of comfort and performance. Mellow when you want it, sharp when you don't. 0 to 60 happens in about 5.5, and with massive Brembo brakes, it brings it to a halt just as quick. Inside, you get Volvo's famously ergonomic seats, a business-like cabin, and just enough tech to keep it interesting. The S60R also remains rare, with only about 12,000 sold in the US total, making it a true sleeper. These cars are very well built, but parts and service for the adaptive suspension can get pretty pricey, so a good pre-purchase inspection is crucial. That said, a clean example with moderate mileage can be found for 7 to 9 grand. For only 7, this one could be yours. It sold a few months back, but keep your eyes peeled and you might be the lucky one next time. The Acura TLSH all-wheel drive is one of the best kept secrets in the used all-wheel drive market. It's fast, reliable, and loaded with tech. And unlike most luxury sedans at this price, it can actually be fun to drive. That's thanks to the 3.7-liter V6 that pumps out a healthy 305 horses. Acura's super handling all-wheel drive, or SH all-wheel-drive, system is the real star here. It not only splits torque front and rear, but also between the rear wheels gives it surprising agility in corners. Paired with a 5 or 6-speed auto or a rare 6-speed manual, if you can find one of those, buy it. Like yesterday, it delivers legit performance for a big sedan. Despite its size, the TLSH all-wheel drive handles like something smaller. It hits 0 to 60 in the mid-5s, and in corners, it feels planted and composed. Inside, you're gonna find leather, navigation, and a premium sound system. Everything that you're gonna expect from a luxury car. And the best part, it's a Honda underneath, so it's built to last. Just keep an eye on timing belt service and power steering leaks. A well-kept SH all-wheel drive model can be had between $7,500 and $10,000, especially if you're okay with a little bit higher mileage. For anyone who wants luxury, reliability, and legit all-wheel drive dynamics in one package, the TLSH all-wheel drive is an unbeatable sleeper sedan. There it is, under 10K. That could be yours. The Forester XT is what happens when Subaru sticks a WRX drivetrain into a compact SUV, and it is absolutely glorious. With a 2.5-liter turbo flat 4 making 210 to 230 horses, the XT offers rally performance with grocery-getting practicality. It may look like a tall wagon, but it's quick. 0 to 60 in the 5-second range with a manual? Yep. This thing hauls, and not just groceries. The all-wheel drive system is the same one that Subaru uses across its performance lineup, meaning confidence in snow, dirt, or rain. The XT's higher ride height makes it great for poor roads or light off-roading, and the cargo space is huge. Yet, thanks to Subaru's low center of gravity, it still handles decently for a crossover. Reliability is solid if it's been maintained. Turbo Subarus love fresh oil and good cooling. Watch for head gasket seepage or turbo smoke, but if you find a clean one, you're getting one of the most versatile performance cars ever made. Best part, these often sneak under $10,000, especially with 120,000 miles or more. It's fast, it's practical, it's all-wheel drive, and it's super mod friendly. If you want one vehicle to do everything, commute, haul, rally, and wrench on, the Forester XT is your guy. The older ones are better values, but we found this newer 2013 Forester XT that has been modified to 400 plus horsepower. I mean, not bad for 10 grand. So, which one are you picking with my mom's credit card? Let me know in the comments down below. And remember, you can go and find them on Auto Tempest. I pinned it in the first comment. And also you can get signed up for free to win our very first ideal car by going to winthisIdealcar.com. If you enjoyed the vid, like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and check out these ideal vids over here. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal. We'll catch you next week. And promise you one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.